All right, shalom, shalom. We go to the great millstone, the church in Birmingham, Alabama. And as always, we want to begin by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, bahasham, Rawchaa Qadash. Again, the ancient Hebrew tongue, those be the correct name of the Heavenly Father, His only begotten Son, and the Holy Spirit. Also, we'd like to give double honors to our teachers, the head apostles, the elders of the great millstone. Shalom to the fellow laborers out there. As always, the believers, the occupants, as well as the Yahawah, brothers and sisters alike, and subscribers as well. So, yep, we're back out here once again through the spirit of power of Yahawashi and we out here week after week constantly really prophesying and declaring the downfall of America, man. Babylon the Great. All right, and that's what's at the forefront of the teaching. See, as it relates to the downfall of the so-called white man and that violent overthrow of his throne, and the evils that the Lord has devised against this place. When you read the scriptures, it goes into detail, man, of how the Lord will visit. Matter of fact, let's start off with that Jeremiah 49. All right? How the Lord will visit Esau. So when you read the scriptures and understand it, what you found out is a build up to this moment. So Yahawashi pretty much let Esau build up his town, so to speak. And now it's time for the reckoning. All right? The wickedness that this man has promoted throughout his inception, his pursuit of power, diagnosis, what you find out is it was centered around treachery, bloodshed, war, all right? Ill dealings, and whatever, dark word that you can associate with it. That's what the so-called white man represents. Now, scripture tell you that the Lord's eyes is too righteous to behold wickedness, man. So eventually the Lord is going to uproot. Let's get that in Jeremiah the 1st chapter 12. The Lord is going to uproot this place and take the so-called white man out in the process. All right, so let's start up at Jeremiah 49 first. The 8th verse of Jeremiah.
It's like the book of Jeremiah 49, verse 8. Mm-hmm. Flee ye, turn back, dwell deep, O inhabitants of the dead.
How shall I always make his point, man? Like, that's that's the guy who in power, man. You should be that right? He's got popping up, man. Is this the man? And that's why all of you Jake, you did the video, you had the nigger woman trying to come to the aid of Esau. Our people, they rally behind saving the so-called white man. See, the Lord is going to be justified, man, in going ahead, proceeding forth with Jacob's trouble. And we're not going to share the tip. Scripture says, lift not up a cry for you people, man. And mainly the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You come to the aid and defense of the so-called white man. Here it is, the reason why you got a nasty cough. All right, the reason why you groan when you wake up to your alarm clock is because this man is oppressing your man. Yeah. Right? Feel that, man. If you can't feel that, man, you shouldn't be here, man. And because this is the house of mourning over there. If you think you're coming to hear some, which this is the good news and glad tidings. Right. But if you think you're coming to get a pat on the back, all right, or you're going to get encouraging words on how to get your family together, what you should put on your job application. Yeah, crazy. Right, come on.
Jeremiah 49 and 8. Flee ye, turn back, dwell deep, O inhabitants of the dead. Mm-hmm. For I will bring the calamity of Esau upon you.
Right, so you should inquire, who is this Esau? Who is this Esau right here? As the Lord has promised or sworn in his wrath to visit at a certain time. Well, we're here to tell you, Esau, that's a buzzword, if you will, for the so-called white man. All right, which he's not white, and to go further, he's not American. all right, in the true biblical sense. He's not Swedish or British, right? Russian. He's an Edomite. That's good. Huh?
No. Just going back to what you said. That's why the brother said, so-called. That's why we put what is that? That should be a prefix, or no, that'll be a. Anyway, that's why we call him so-called white man, because he's a so-called white man. And why is he so-called that? Because he put a covering cast upon all nations to hide his true nationality, man.
Right. All the makings of a criminal.
That's it.
When you read Genesis, the 4th chapter, it tells you how the progenitor and forefather of the so-called, like it was said, white race, is Esau. All right. Now, Cain, right? Cain, his desire was to be hid. You know, he did not want to be found out, because that was going to be detrimental. So that's why you see this swarming activity. You got so-called white man exhausting all of his resources to try to muzzle this truth. You see a heavy emphasis on that word anti-Semitic. All right, pretty much this man is trying to shut down, put a gag on anybody that speaks truth. All right, it's an all-out assault on truth. What you think that's about? That's nothing more than that criminal, the so-called white man, Esau. If we don't call you by your truth, we might say white man, but we're gonna always say so-called. Believe you be somewhere, following closely behind. You're gonna hear the word Esau and Edom. But the spirit on us to attach you with those names, man.
Hey, real quick, what you said, you could be making a lesson about how to make a garment.
It's the moment to feel so get on these hands. You're doing a lesson on the Hebrew language. That was Esau. Because that's the spirit on the planet Earth. It's to identify and target the corporate. Remember, 2 Thessalonians, then that man of sin shall be revealed. All right? Oh, and I'm going to throw this out there for you more sophisticated naysayers. Somebody said, well, hold up, Esau, that's a man. That was one person, got nothing to do. Give me real quick Genesis 36. There's a science behind getting on Esau, man. Because he's going to trial for crimes he committed way back then, ages ago. And the Lord hasn't forgotten, man. Did not the scripture say the Lord shall not at all acquit the wicked? You see? So court is in session, man. All right? And if you inquire, because there's going to be a lot of people now, see the Kanye and the Kyrie, and there's going to be a lot of people coming around and inquiring about us. Well, we're going to simply tell you, man, we here to cuss out the so-called white man, call him out on his charges, and pretty much establish the judgment that's prepared by Yahawashi. Ultimately, to declare the ushering in of a new system. Right? Coming in the form of the kingdom of heaven.
I got something for you real quick. Yeah, come on. Bagging you up. Isaiah chapter 13. And I'm going to go straight to the point. Verse 2, it says,
read the heading on that.
Oh, God. The heading says, prophecies about Salaki. Prophesy about Babylon.
Yeah. Okay. Go read it again. It's like prophecies. Go ahead, read it again.
Prophecies about Babylon.
That was translated to prophesy. So the prophecies about Babylon is being prophesied by the prophets. See? But you see it say Babylon. So what Babylon is that? Is that talking about ancient Babylon? No, that's talking about the daughter of Babylon, man. All right? Go ahead.
Isaiah 13 and verse 1, the point is in verse 2. The burden of Babylon, which Isaiah, the son of Amos, did see.
Yep. Oh, the word see.
That's what I'm talking about.
Well, hey, that showed that what? Isaiah had the testimony of Yahawashi. And because the testimony of Yahawashi is still the prophet. All right? So when we read, like the heading again, prophecies concerning Babylon. And that's what the message should center around. That's what it revolves around. Not empowering some black nigger to go to college or some crazy shit. Go ahead,
it says,
and we don't just give it to you raw, man. architect, man. All these years, you know. Now the truth out here, you still want us to tiptoe around and cater to you, man. Fuck it, man. Right. All right, we teaching for the elect's sake. And the elect don't have to, we don't have to put on song and dance with the elect. No, the elect gonna hear it and they're gonna register with their spirit. That makes our job easy. Imagine trying to sit a nigga down, little booster down, and expound on the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven to that nigga. You know, gonna end up having, I'm gonna put that nigga in the chokehold, tell everybody to turn the cameras off. All right, go ahead. Kill that nigga, man. Hey, cause we want to, hey, the anger of the Lord is on us. We're a representation of the anger of the Lord. Go ahead.
Yeah, like your brother said, man, that spirit is on us, man. Right? We hate who the Lord hates by default. Right? Because we in the same spirit. Right? Of what? Our Lord, Yahawashi, he's in the same spirit of the Most High. So it trickles down. That's why they said we're going to be joint heirs. But what I'm saying is, yeah, we hate you niggas, man.
That's
right?
No.
Yeah, we hate you niggas, right? Because the Most High hates your motherfucker, man. Right? And the first thing is, look, I thought these niggas was Israelites. Yeah, they are Israel, but they're not the Israel of Israel.
But that's why you have a nigga, right? A nigga, and it don't be sincere. A nigga just trying to gotcha moment. A nigga say, why you ain't in the hood? Why you won't go to the hood? Why our people suffer? Yeah. Don't you won't go to the hood? You know? Good. The Lord put them niggas in the hood. That's like a trap. Put them there to die, man. There's no way out. The Lord put them niggas over to the side in the hood and stay there and keep the seat warm for the judgment. You're not going out in the hood trying to talk to a nigga. Imagine that a nigga up there breaking a black, what they call it, freaking a black nigga, listening to the scriptures. We're only dealing with the virgin daughter of Israel, man. The elect, all right? Those who have been cleansed and washed through the blood of Yahawashi. And that process goes all the way back to the beginning of time. So you mean to tell me a martyr nigga with his hands hanging off his ass gonna cancel out a decree that ascends ages, it transcends lifetime.
Hey, I got something for you. This is why we hate niggas. This is one reason. It says Malachi 4:1, for behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, and all that do wickedly.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, so hey,
so it's like all the proud, right? You know the proud is so-called white man. It says in all that do wickedly. So we know the proud, all right, the abominable, the perverse, as well as the wicked, are all words best suited when describing the so-called white man. How many times we got to say that? That's spirit, right? Woo! Right? How many times we got to say that? Well, the scriptures say not only is the Lord going to destroy the proud, but all those that do wickedly. So you have the wicked, then you have those who do wickedly. And that applies to all the nations, and in this case, and especially you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right? You have fully committed to following behind the so-called white man. That's why, again, you got so many niggas, the rallying cry. So-called white man is like, he's Jackson. Fuck him, man. You trying to get this nigga off the hook, man. Not to mention, our rally against him is valid. It's not like we reaching. I can close my eyes and, Google some shit, like just that something. And it's gonna, real talk. I can close my eyes and Google something, and it's gonna be a manifestation of the wickedness of Esau. Not to mention, we can pull out signs of this nigga hanging you, castrating you, lynching you. He's signing off on certain trees, your black ass, and further division. Yet you want to look around and justify it. That's why the Lord, hey, give me Isaiah 13 and 15. Read that again. You got that? You got that?
Going back, like you said, Jacob's under the influence of this judgment.
Right.
Read Corinthians,
2 Corinthians.
The God of this world has blinded the mind.
Right.
Lest they come into the glorious light of Yahawashi. So the Lord used Esau to blind these niggas, man. Because it's a sentimental value. It's to America.
Right. something the niggas hold on to, whether it's a 88 cutlass, so man, these kind of fuck what's going on.
Hey, and then, real shit.
Hey, I was just telling you, the spirit on us, man. All right, Lord, let me go in, man. You got it,
but the bag over this brother saying, you know why? Because the bag up. Also, what they're saying, you know why? They fulfilling, well, Salaki, they are not fulfilling Romans 12 and 2. They are not.
But, no, that's beautiful.
They're not going to fulfill Romans 12 and 2.
Right.
That's the reason. Like you say, that's fine.
And then Israel is an impressionable people. That's why the Lord had to bring down law, statutes, and commandments. You go into the history, the Lord was adamant about warning our people not to follow the custom because they're impressionable. So Esau being a cunning, shrewd hunter, he's looking for somebody to prey on. You Israelites are perfect. He's perfect for the prey, man.
Impressionable people.
Impressionable people. Because the other nations is not that taken.
No.
All right? It's Jake Jake will spend everything they got to buy a late model car or keep up with the fashion. You got, because Thanksgiving even came yet, it's coming right here. That bullshit coming. Who gonna be,
That's it.
I
like it.
really don't know.
That's what I'm saying. I like that.
I really don't know. I went out to get a bite to eat, and it was, I'm telling you, up uptown, it was uncharacteristically just real packed. I noticed that the stadium was packed, so I said, no, you ain't playing, man. So I asked two niggas, I said, hey, what's going on? They looked at me like I was crazy. They said, Kevin Hart in town, man. You know? And I was like, oh, okay. I didn't know what the fuck. We not of this world.
See, that's what I say. You ain't condemned.
Yeah, we detached from the world. We not conform.
That's what I definitely say. That's what I definitely say.
We not conform to this world, man. We have totally shunned and omitted and rejected the advancement of Esau. But back to that Thanksgiving shit. Guess who's gonna be pumping that? Jake. Jake gonna be buying outfits. Jake not gonna just buy turkey. Esau the other nation, they might buy a turkey. Jake gonna get an outfit.
Yeah, it's mandatory.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be a club. It's gonna be flyers with Thanksgiving, a stripper.
Religion.
A stripper, the Thanksgiving twerk off. I'm tripping. There's gonna be some shit like that, right? Jake do that. It could be Easter, right? That's supposed to be a sacred, it'll be a strip club. In the nigga culture. Easter egg twerk off. Yeah. You right, huh?
And I made too that Thanksgiving shit, niggas, he'll top it out by the Black Friday shopping.
Oh, that's it. That's hand in hand.
That shit go back to slavery, man.
Yeah.
You know, Black Friday. Yeah, man, that's a nigga for you, all right? And we said that last week, I believe. A nigga, and to prove that the curses, right, is heavy, man, from Yahawashi. A nigga celebrates everything that's wrong about so-called mankind. All right? All the things that should be detested, a nigga celebrated. They reverence it. They reverence prostitution. They reverence whoremongers, which that goes back to being a pimp, man. Oh, like that Charles the White, you go, yeah, nigga, the Lord gonna get you, man. He said, I'd rather go to being a pimp, man, so I feel different. Like, but you see how they celebrate that. He hold it in high regard. All right, Jake, the rap music, they celebrate murder. All right, robbery, kicking in their fellow neighbor's door. And you can't pay a nigga to go over the mountain up to the best stadium, man. A nigga, here it is, a nigga been terrorizing the neighborhood, riding by slow by your house. But he'll go up to the best stadium and the nigga start putting on his seatbelt when he going to the neighborhood.
I got one.
Yeah, come on.
Just like you said, backing you up, Jeremiah chapter 2 and verse 21. It says, I'm gonna start at verse 20. It says, for of old times I have broken thy yoke and burst thy bonds, and thou sayest, I will not transgress.
So the Lord come to your aid. All right. Go ahead.
It says, when upon every high hill and under every green tree thou playest the harlot.
Right. Yeah, here it is. You at every spot. All right. Here it is. This is supposed to be your woman, but she at every spot. You know that?
No, Salak, I'm going to read it again, that last part. Every green tree thou wandereth playing the harlot.
Thou wandereth playing the
Salak.
harlot. There's another scripture where it speaks, I don't know if it's the same one they say they sniff up like a, like the donkey, the wild donkey, the wild ass that sniffeth the air, right? That's going into pretty much, you know, like you have a donkey, she's in heat, right? And she's sniffing around for a mate, yeah, to get popped, man. That's in the same way, right? Yeah, that's spirit. Yeah. Oh, is it on down? Yeah, what you say?
All right. This is the point.
Yeah, because a nigger, all right, with the hard E on the end, a nigger, that go to all you tribes. Let's get that straight. Because we about balance too, right? On the flip side, we said Latinos and Native Americans, well, Latino and Native Americans are niggers too when it comes to the 2/3. And we despise niggers, all right? But what do niggas do? They sniff out other inventions. They sniff out things. Because you don't see it. Like, for example, like Buddha. Besides just like a Moabite or something, like, it's a nigga that's celebrated. Right? A nigga of Islam, besides like the literal Israelites or whatever, it's a nigga that conforms to that. It's not other nations for the most part. All right, they have sought out every invention. They have laid under every green tree and have played the harlot, as the scripture says. Read that again from the top.
Jeremiah chapter 2 and verse 20. For of old time I have broken thy yoke and burst thy bond. And thou sayest, I will not transgress when upon every high hill and upon every green tree thou wanderest, playing the harlot.
Playing the harlot, man. All right, with that word harlot dramatizes that lack of loyalty, so you can understand. All right, you continuing in the statute of the commandments, how about Yahawah? You breach the commandments, man. So that places you in the covenant of a harlot. Now, remember, man, an adulterous woman, she can be put to death. Go ahead,
Verse 21, it says, yet I have planted thee a noble vine.
right, the Lord planted us a noble vine. All right, which that nobility goes into that bloodline lineage. All right, being a nation of kings, Yahawah, and it was submitted and forged, if you will, by the law, statutes, and commandments. Hey, this is what separated us from the other nations. We were set apart by the law. This is what civilized us, so you can understand. Because these other nations are bug out. Here it is, you have a nigga trying to make all of us equal. And this footage out there right now, we can pull it up now, of a Hamite showering piss. And it gets even crazier. They stuff their hair in the cow's asses. Oh yeah, and they actually popped the guy. You know what they're saying? Fuck the world. Hamites literally do that, man. Hey, we gonna just guarantee you, man. Like, that's what they would do. Right? That's what they do. We went into the research. One boy cut a hole and have some bug out. Ham bugged out, man. Ham also, they cut off the clitoris of their women, so their women won't feel the satisfaction of sex. What type of shit is that, man? All right, you fucking beauty. They call it super beauty. That goes no further than Birmingham.
We call them where Marcus call them beady bees. We call them cuckabug.
Yeah, that's Hamites and shit, man. Oh, what about Elam? They worship like reincarnated. They think the animals reincarnated. Like there's nothing to see a Elamite village. There's a cow. That motherfucker done lived to be 80, skin and bone. Nobody killed them. They can be starving, and they won't eat them because they believe that cow is their grandfather coming back and reincarnated. the Evans, man. I hate them motherfuckers, man. I wanted to put us in the video. And they come up with these squids. I don't know where the fuck they come from. 18 pounds, man. This bitch had they pay though. Yo, fuck. Man, boy, like, she got this bright red lipstick. And the bitch jumped into a goddamn squid and the shit burst open. They eat dogs. Did y'all see the video I sent where it was the dog? They had the dog sedated and he was in this big pot. And it was a big dog, like a damn retriever. And he had that pot. You saw that? The goddamn fur and the skin burning off here, hot water, but he can't move. And he hot as earth. You know? And Moab standing up there with some knife ready to go in, man. They got this science where they keep certain fish alive. Yeah, yep. And we ain't gonna even mention Esau, because Esau a mixture of all of them, man. Esau uphold all the bullshit. That's why he's the basis of men. All right, the legs and the feet. He uphold all the wickedness that has proven to be offensive in the sight of Yahawashi and Rawchaa. So the Lord planted us a noble vine. Let's read that again. Oh, who's reading that? It's like,
Jeremiah chapter 2 and verse 3. Talk. Yeah, I see. Jeremiah 2 and 21. I do. Jeremiah 2. Jeremiah 2 and 21. Yet I have planted thee a noble vine, holy a right seed.
Right. He was made holy, man. The Lord set us above. What's that? Deuteronomy 7 chapter. Right? The Lord set us above the nation. And what civilized us again? The law. All right? For example, we cook our food, you know, get our food study,
According to the law.
all right? No adultery. No removing the landmarks. That stops bloodshed, man. You live at peace then, right? Go ahead.
It says, how then art thou turned into a degenerate plant of a strange vine unto me?
Right, that's an example too. This is not bad.
Man, you took the right out of my mouth, man. And they more known. Hey, Esau a motherfucker, but Esau called him the new nigga, right? And it's just like, when you be around him a lot, you see. Even though them our little brothers, we ain't talking about that, but I'm just saying how you go from just say a Mexican mind frame, just putting it in that sense, to being Americanized. And like, damn, you tripping, man. You love Esau. You love what his name? Jose.
Oh yeah,
Jesus. Love Jesus.
Right.
Right? They get offended.
Oh yeah, you said, hey,
They get offended, bro. I'm talking about for real. I mean, when you go to their house, they got everything set up.
they got a shrine. Well, all the fucking nations, man. All of them in the tribe, like that.
Right. Jake just got it hanging on the wall.
Right, yeah. Jake, yeah. You don't believe it? Go to your grandma's house and take down that Chevrolet picture.
I'm trying to tell you.
You gonna call the cops on your ass.
I had a Jake tell me that real quick. I had a Jake tell me that. You know what I'm saying? You know when you first come into the truth, you fiery. You know what I'm saying? You don't know. Not saying you don't know how to house the light, but you know you in the mindset of not like the water. We continue, but like the stony ground. One example of they find out that Israel needs to spring up. You know what I'm saying? Real quick. Meaning, you know, you're so excited. I'm an Israelite. You know, you're excited. I mean, that's really a distasteful example, really, to be honest. But, you know, to make the point, you know, you telling people, hey, this is like, blah, blah, you know, the Bible, really. And I had to take it. I'm giving him, like you said earlier, bitter and the sweet. All right? I ain't just telling you an Israelite. Everything will be good. That's the mindset I was in like this. But I'm also telling him the flip side of it. Like, so you telling me, man, I'm supposed to go tell my grandmama
That's that sentimental man.
That old white jeans, they ain't never getting that fuck. I was like, yep. Yep, nigga. Yeah. Got it, bro. I think it's more than that. It says, Jeremiah 2:21, it says, we'll read from top. Yet I have planted thee a noble vine, holy, a right seed. How then art thou turned into a degenerate plant, into a strange vine unto me?
Right, and that comes from this, the olive, the wild olive. When you have these Christians that try to twist it and justify, those who grafted in. No, that's the answer to that. All right, it's the same tree, but it grew into a degenerate plant. So that's what made it wild. Well,
Verse 22, it says, for though thou wash thee with nitrate and take thee with soap.
right, yeah, physically, carnally, you can cleanse yourself up. You got the baptism throughout these churches. Oh, these guys, you can see that amongst Israel, GOCC. I don't know if y'all remember that. But they actually used to put it, I don't know if they still, I don't even watch GOCC series. Like, I don't watch none of these groups, but the one group that I know for sure that is a good time, I might even come across a video, even out the state, is GOCC, man. But that was the time where I remember where they was uploading video where they was baptizing Jacob. And let me see how simple they was. They was doing it like at a, it looked, the setting looked like an ancient work. And I guess they thought that made a difference. Because they was out in the damn river, or something, man. But the scriptures say, though they wash themselves, they're going to not, because when you go, these niggas who get baptized, they come out of the water twice a day. Right? The woman, she going there, come out, nipples hard. Fuck it, man. Go ahead. Hey, real talk, man.
Hey, just backing you up.
There might be somebody coming in who the Lord might want to offend some of, That's how it be. From time to time, you can come and got the channel. Lord want to offend them. You know what I mean? I tried to listen to that guy you told me to listen. I went to that channel, you said, and they was just talking about different.
That's heavy, that's true. That's true. The Lord
is a snap. And that's why, what's that, Matthew 11 chapter? Yahawashi said, blessed is he who is not offended in me. Because everybody who's still here, they get it,
I got a quick precept for you.
Like when we said, we talking about.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's what I see.
I heard enough.
That's heavy, bro. Lord, just snap.
Lord, snap.
Hey, I got a quick precept to that first half, like you said, like the scripture saying, like you breaking down, they clean with the physical.
Right.
It says, Matthew 23 and 25, woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye may clean the outside of the cup.
Right, you clean the outside of the cup. What's that? I believe that's Joel the 11th, Joel the second chapter, where it speaks about renting not your garments. That's the outward man. Lord, that's the outward man. Well, you read that scripture, you say, the only thing you can think of is, you watch an old period piece of smoking the print, they garment. That renting your garment, that's talking about the outward man. Because the Lord considers the inner man. Read that again,
Matthew 23 and 25, woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye may clean the outside of the cup.
Right, march in it. That's the outside of the cup, the outward things. Go ahead.
And of the platter, but within they are full of extortion and excess.
Excess, yeah. Go ahead.
It says, thou blind Pharisees, clean first that which is within.
And what's within? That's your mind. How do you clean that? Let's get that real quick. St. John the 15th chapter. There's plenty of scriptures on that. That's the one that comes to mind.
Hey, somebody,
Yep, come on.
Book of Psalm 119.
That's another one coming up.
And verse 9. Wherewithal shall a young man cleanse his way by taking heed thereto according to thy word.
See, according to this word is how you're cleansed. And that can only be inwardly. Because when you read words and understand them, that's equivalent to digesting. And you know what that's on par with? Medicine. We was sick. Look, what you say? The physician comes to those who are sick. You are sick. In the prescription, it's the scriptures. Digesting. And it cleanses inwardly. Now your outlook on things can preserve you. Now your outlook on things, you're not going to be hastily to commit adultery. In fact, you're going to shun that shit. All right, you want no part of it. You're not going to consider pork and all that bullshit. And you're going to denounce evil. You're going to have a problem with the so-called white man and how this system is governed. That starts with what? Getting this information.
St. John 15:3. Now ye are clean through the word which I have spoken unto you.
Read that again.
Now ye are clean through the word which I have spoken unto you.
Now let's read that. Real quick, yeah, like I said, that's enough of that. Same thing. Read that first.
Ephesians 5. James chapter 1 and verse 21. Wherefore lay apart all filthiness and superfluity of naughtiness, and receive with meekness the engrafted word.
See, the engrafted word. See, go ahead.
Which is able to save your soul.
The soul is the inner man. You know, we found out that soul, that's spooky, you know. That soul is really is in your mind. That's what your soul is. That's your spirit. All right, your spirit is in your, that's your mind. All right, that's you. In which the Lord considers the thoughts of men. All right, the Lord considers and search out the hearts of men and the reasoning of men. That's why when you consider Yahawah's ministry, it was centered around reasoning. It was always scriptures being broke down, motherfuckers getting cut. You know, it was about reason. Remember Yahawah Matthew, I think that's Matthew 22nd chapter. He asked I think those were the Pharisees at that time. He asked them, what about the Son of Man? What did you say about him? It was reasoning. When they said they dared to ask another question.
This is from Psalm 17. My defense is of the Most High, which saveth the upright in heart. So this Yahawashi, that's tells you that in the first chapter, he looking on the inner man, and that's how Yahawashi present himself, his thoughts, and those that sink. Then that shows that who are of the Lord's, you know. But it says he saved the upright in heart, the clean heart, the ones of that upright conversation. One ultimately one that have testimony. So he saved the upright heart.
Yeah. And that's heavy too, right? Scriptures constantly harp on how the elect would stand up. You know, Revelation 11, they stood upon their feet. All right? So that upright in heart is that's the elect. Those of us who stood up inwardly, we stood up on our feet. Now we're standing upright. So all of you jakes out there, really, you laying down, man. You dead. Right, yeah, you the congregation of the dead, laying out inwardly. So when the Lord look at you, you can, man, just, you know. Oh, but they say that, especially when you go back to Matthew.
Verse 7. First thing the two about the dung.
Raise them up out the dung to sit them among princes.
Right, exactly. That's it. That's the
raise up. That's the upright heart.
That's it. Like you say, y'all laid down. You know what I'm saying? We upright at heart. We raised up.
Yeah. So that's getting the understanding standing on that
You know what I'm
scripture.
saying? Yeah. I just
Being upright in heart. That translates to those who the Lord raised up, man. So if you got this truth, that means the Lord raised you up.
Right.
You upright in heart. Not outwardly, because there's men out there that can dig up dirt on all of us.
Right.
All right?
Right.
I mean, going back to your past life or whatever, man.
Right.
And even right now to this moment, technically we breaking the law. If you want to just throw that at us, for nothing else, you got big garments. The law is technical, man. The technicalities of the law, come on, man. But the Lord said, there's no guile within their mouth. And that goes into what? The doctrine. This is what justifies us by standing on our feet and proclaiming truth.
Bubbling. Hey, everything you said. Like, you said no dirt at us. Right? You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Like, when you read it again, James, read that again. Because guess what? Like you just said, before the Revelation 14th chapter. What he said, they should have no guile in their mouth.
Right.
All right, meaning what? I'm letting you know that, hey, they may have guile.
Right. Because they got guile.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
but not in their mouth.
Not in their mouth, though. Like you said, throw dirt at them.
Right.
Read that.
This is James 1:21. Wherefore lay apart all filthiness and superfluity of naughtiness, and receive with meekness the engrafted word, which is able to save your soul.
So the ones that Yahawashi coming to save are the ones that are clean, or the ones that have no guile, which is being clean in their mouth. Meaning what? Not bodily wise, like we going into, but in their spirit. Right? They clean, you know what I'm saying? Clean in their spirit, regardless. Hey, they sin in their past life. You know what I'm saying? Peter, he sinned a sin unto death. But guess what? He had this word that was engrafted in him, man. All right? Just like you engraft the word, you put it on stone. You know what I'm saying?
That's heavy. That's that mark of exemption.
Exactly. And that's it. That's it.
Yeah.
Hey, that's it.
Hey, that's Yahawashi, man. Yahawashi in us. And that's why Yahawashi said, he that abided in me, and I in you.
That's it. That's it. You was already clean from the beginning. Not saying that, oh, shit, I'm the elect and just go willfully sin.
No.
I ain't saying that.
That's not going to
And that's the thing. The elect are the ones that, it says, receive with meekness.
Right. So that's the same way to select it. The same way you got to get this word.
See what I'm saying? So the elect,
You can't come around like the guy chasing. I saw him in the beginning, like, we came around, he wasn't getting it with me. When you think about it, he wasn't getting it with me. He was getting it, but he wasn't getting it with me. That's the step.
you know why? Because instead of, let me show you like we always say, when you get fed or when you eat a good meal, they ain't opening your mouth, bro.
Right.
Think about, hey, I got a precept for what you, hold on, damn, bro. That's just like you in the math class, and you in first grade. So you don't know a goddamn thing about no math. And the teacher's teaching, you sit on 2 + 2. Well, hold up. What if I add a decimal point? What are we, literally that's what you're doing. Instead of you just getting fed. When you get fed, you don't say, they let you know that you weren't receiving it with meekness.
Yeah, they got to receive it with meekness.
You was trying to counter. Oh, shit, I know what you talking about. Nobody was saying, oh, I know what you talking about. How the hell you know what the teacher talking about? When you being taught. You know what I'm saying? You know? When you being taught, man, you don't know shit.
Hey, that's why the scriptures say the mysteries are revealed unto the meek. And the mysteries there, that's the very thing that we teach them. All right? These are the mysteries, man. The fact that you're in a place that's marked for death, for character. This going forward, man. Go ahead.
Ephesians 5:26, it says that he may sanctify.
See, sanctify, separate, like the other said, clean from the beginning. Like, clean from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? You might not be clean from the physical, right? But it says,
Did I say you're not clean in the flesh?
you know what I'm saying?
Hey, what the scripture say? The outward man perishes, but the inner man is renewed day by day. And that goes into these lessons. Every day we renew. Because the lesson going out every day.
Okay, sound good.
That's it.
That's it.
And that's an element to that daily bread as well. The spiritual overtone to that. Because as long as you can wake up and digest this word, that's the only thing you supposed to ask for, man. You know? Because the day you woke up, and I'm talking about guys that, okay, this is, oh, you want to make a point?
Drinking beer.
Yeah.
See, that's the spiritual tone, you know what I'm saying?
That's the spiritual overtone. Because the motherfucker read that.
Oh, man, I done heard it.
Yeah. Motherfucker,
Man, see,
they
why
get
you
the brothers and
tripping?
sisters.
Yeah, why you tripping,
Yeah,
bro?
as he called for a precept.
Yeah.
And they could tell, La Yahawah.
Yeah.
He's drinking me. No, man. He's drinking me happy.
Man, what the world had told me that. Man, what you scratching for, man? You got something to eat, don't you? I just seen you drink a bottle of water. I'm damn, bro.
Be married. Yeah.
Be married.
No, this is the married aspect. All right, the rejoicing aspect, the singing and being married is not. But you eat and drink, then you be married, you know.
Like, once again, that's a spiritual overtone.
Right. Yeah.
Hold up, brother. Yeah, you can take a little, little.
Right.
But we talking about the spirit.
Right, yeah. Well, you can take it. It's a spiritual overtone to it.
Yeah.
Because you remember, even with the prodigal son, it tells you how they was in the house drinking and partying, man. And the other brother didn't want to go in. All right, come on.
Ephesians 5:26, it says that he might sanctify and cleanse it.
Hey, in order to be sanctified, that's a preordained thing, right? Go ahead, bro.
Yep, and that's being what you separated.
That's it. Yeah.
And that's what happens when you, hey, let's say if you're Christian anyway, because you can appear outwardly a certain way, a dime. But I'm just using some of these terms that no, the people can understand. Let's say outwardly you find it and it's all dirty, but what it really is Christian. So once it's sold out, once you see it, then separate it from the dirt. You don't leave that in the dirt. So if you pull it away, what the scripture say? Called out of darkness. That's the dirt. Yeah, you call it a marvelous light, man.
And that's heavy though.
Yeah, so we're not gonna, but the Lord take it now. The Lord refining you, and it'll be because you can see something and it can look like this, right? Like chasing.
Yeah, see? Hey,
The beard starting to fill in, and you're like, oh shit. You look at that. You look the point. You looking at it like somebody reading a precept. Boy, it might be somebody.
It says, and cleanse it with the washing of the water by the word.
Right.
You know what I mean? Go ahead, read it again, dog.
It says that he might sanctify and
Yeah, that
cleanse
he might sanctify and cleanse it. See? Clean. That's an inward thing. That's it. That's what we read in Matthew 23rd chapter, man. That's what Yahawashi, man. See, that's another thing. I never forget. You know what I'm saying? You want to just prop the most high up. Right. Like, yeah, bro, what the fuck? You forgot the whole mission. Or you didn't know the whole mission.
It's really Yahawashi.
It's all Yahawashi, bro.
It's all Yahawashi. Even when you go into being, hey, because you catching hell and you're like, man, that's Yahawashi.
Yeah.
Scripture tell you that. Well, he's the purifier. That's in Malachi the 3rd chapter. Because what Yahawashi says, that what I see my Father do, that I do. So the Lord purified him. Put him through that, and he's going to chastise us as sons.
It was a pleasant thing.
Right.
Isaiah 50.
It pleased him. So the son hardcore like that. The son hard body like that. Right, yeah. Exodus 23. That's why we out here now. It's kind of different. It's cool. Right? Hey, that's because your house shot. Hey, I think your house shot, man. All that soft bullshit.
Hey, I'm saying, he's an austere man.
Right.
You say that he's a nice guy.
Right.
Then, what's so heavy about that? What Yahawashi said, well, they'll call it good. You know?
Yeah. And the disciples was afraid of Yahawashi.
Yeah.
See that? So that's why we got. You got keyboard, what you got Instagram prophets. You know what I'm saying? But they ain't out here.
Right.
They ain't out here, man. Right. That's because they ain't come under the roof
Right.
Upbringings of your
Right. Hey, that's it.
upbringings.
Oh, yeah. That's all you got.
The rough upbringing in your outside man. That's a series.
That's serious.
Real talk.
You go on our podcast and you tell your story. Real talk, you go tell your testimony. Yeah, that's what it is, bro. See, we've been prepared to see all type of hell break loose. And that's why we see these videos, like, that's the spirit too. We get all these videos, these judgment videos, and we can't wait to watch it and see. You see, you get the video, you ain't see that plate sign on that motherfucker, and you see a motherfucker finna walk in the traffic. You're like, oh shit. Yeah. Hey, we are being made stones, all right? When you consider a stone is not moving, it's just there. It ain't affected by nothing.
I got one for you.
Yeah, come on.
Matthew 10:38, it says, and he that taketh not his cross and follow after me is not worthy of me.
Right, yeah. So you have to understand the conditions of the battle. You got to take up your cross to get in the car with Yahawashi. And that cross represents misfortunes, calamities, you know. Hey, I'm going to say this, man. Even doubt. Can't nobody ever say that they have a moment of doubt. Not with the doctor per se, but you might have doubted, damn, man, am I right? You know, any little thing. But that goes into a self-examination, which is required. Scripture tells you to examine yourself. And when you examine yourself, you come to the conclusion that you ain't perfect outward. See that?
The scripture said, don't let your sins weigh you down.
Right. That's the second Corinthians 16 chapter. There's another one, Ecclesiastes 14, where it speaks about falling from your hope in the Lord. So we here, we still here through the Spirit of the Lord. And that's why the word is known as a staff too. When you consider a staff, it's holding you up. It's not you. So the staff holding us up. We are held up by the word. So we back out here again through the Spirit and power of Yahawashi. All right, the reason why you still believe is because of Yahawashi. This thing about to get interesting, bro. You know? Go ahead.
It says, Matthew 10:38, he that taketh he that taketh not his cross and follow me is not worthy of me. It says, he that findeth his life shall lose it, and he that loseth his life for my sake shall find it.
Right. Yeah, meaning you have to put off everything for Yahawashi. Oh, that reminds me of the story of Martha and Mary. Yeah? Well, you had Martha, right? Remember Martha, she was preoccupied in the kitchen and preparing. And Mary, the scriptures tell you how Mary, she sat at the foot of Yahawashi, hanging on every word. Then Martha went and complained to Yahawashi. She came in and said, why you telling that? And Yahawashi said, oh, Mary had found that thing that's right? So Mary had found that thing that was right. See that? So that should be all of our attitude. Okay? This truth, Yahawashi should come first. And you should be willing to walk away from everything for this truth. Now the Lord great, he's not going to cause you to suffer things that's above your strength. But the Lord knows your heart. The Lord knows, hey look man, the test that I did give him, he came, man. He followed after. All right, he was willing to give up certain luxuries or his desires when he was following, his career. Yeah, hey, ain't no such thing as coming, you in college. Fuck all that, man. You really should get into that college stuff, man. You know? Now you have brothers that was in college and they came out of it. You can't, ain't nobody going to film And if he is, he better be doing his work and being on the highways and byways. That's a deception. But you in college, you know what that is? You going after your career. You seeking to find your life. When you have a doctor, you got to lose that. And the Lord will give you what's sufficient for you, man. Because we good, all right? We just waiting on these days. They know you're in jail, you striking off. So they have it, yeah, they have it. This, that, we get fired and slash in 1 week. What? We counting the days down. Babylon days is numbered, man. Power will be going out shortly. What? Now, come on. Yeah, man, that cold water dropped my temperature, man. Dropped my body temperature another 10 degrees.
Luke 9:23, it says, and he said to them all, any man will come after me. Right, so this is what Yahawashi speaking of, man. That's why, you know, we got to follow Yahawashi. When I said follow Yahawashi, being like, you know, in the same spirit that Yahawashi is. Instantly, you know, being that rough, austere man, like you said. Like the scripture say, well, he that loses his life, all right, shall find it. Man, that ain't looking pretty out here, man. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, like you got the broad, you're going to be demonized too. Right. The broad came out and said, keep the 9-year-old child away from great meals for you. And she going to probably die of famine, man. That's what we shooting for, all right? Or either she get that strike, she get that scourge, and then the Lord keep her alive, and then the mills will come. And she going to see Yahawashi come back with the garments on, garments in Israel, the men of great meals for them, and ready to go.
Luke 9:23, it says, and he said to them all, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself.
Ooh, yeah. You had aspirations to be a big rapper or a football player. Well, if those things hindered you in your pursuit to Yahawashi, you got to cut that off. And the Lord ain't going to sit around and wait on your ass. The Lord is king. You know what I'm saying? No. Oh, what happened with the disciples? They dropped their net. They straightway dropped their net. Now, their net obviously goes into their occupation, but that net has a spiritual overtone. That goes into being snared in the world. It's being caught up in a net in the affairs of this life. Because the net entangles you. Oh, and scripture say that. It says to be entangled again. So that was that net symbolized. When they dropped that net, they dropped the cares of the world and went into the liberty of Yahawashi, man. Because we now have laid ourselves at the mercy of the court with the king, man. We like, look, we'll just fall into the hands of Yahawashi. These great powers to see where it goes from there. But trust me, we're not going to put our stock into this bullshit. Shit temporal, man. Here it is. Kanye, the Lord show you all types of, it's like jewel, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to give you a jewel. You know, you look at jewels, you can see it from different spectrums. Look at this angle and light. When you look at the Kanye shit, you should get something from that. The nigga was a billionaire too. But that shit was tough. That shit went away, man. So yeah, we see what happens when niggas become billionaires. Because a nigga don't even ask for $1 billion anyway. Nigga said, man, I can just get a meal. Instead of the crumbs on the table, man. So we're not gonna subscribe to nothing out here, man. Cause we seen what a nigga with $1 billion ain't enough. That's not enough. You know, why would we seen that already? We waiting on Yahawashi and the crown that was laid up for those who love his appearance. Come on.
It says, matter of fact, I got that word in that real quick. In the Strong's G533, it says to forget oneself.
Ooh, forget about yourself. You tired. So what? Fuck you, baby. I got up the movie. I'm on the movie. I'm late on the rent. Fuck you, baby. I was sick. Fuck you, baby. That's just how I was trying. Yeah, man, fuck you, man. Fuck your life. You are nothing, man. And the scriptures say that if a man thinketh himself to be something when he's nothing, you deceiving your mother. Like I said, man. Your mother, like yourself. Do nothing without. Oh, let's get that real quick. St. John 15. St. John 15, I believe it's 5. We at the mercy of another power. Do you know your next breath is under the watch of somebody else? Your next breath is in the hand of Yahawashi. That's scary, bro. I'm gonna be honest, man. I done felt that that anxiety, lose breath. I know the brother right here. I know the brother right here. For sure. But I done felt it is psychological. Because once you start feeling it, you're like, oh shit. You hit the report. Try to do some highlights or something, man. Try to get your mind up there. Because man, this is the mental game over there. But just think about that. You don't control your next breath, man. Even if you think too hard about swallowing and little things like that. Hey, when you drink water or whatever you drink, it go down that right pipe, man. It just go down, you know. The muscles and everything tense up in such a way that it go down this pipe. You're at the mercy of someone else with that. They can easily go down the wrong pipe or your food you swallow. It just go down the wrong pipe, right?
Man, this is St. John.
Man, hey, that's why the most ain't in the fuck with, man. Just be straight up. I mean, just think, man. Yeah, hey, man, that's heavy. That's heavy. That's heavy what you're saying, man. Because, you know, 1 minute, everything can be all right. Yeah. What the scripture, what is it, 1 Peter? Thinking not strange.
Oh, yeah.
Is that it? Yeah, that's it. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Thinking, 1 Peter. You know what I'm saying? When the scripture say thinking not strange, some strange thing,
something befall you.
Something happened unto you. So
right.
like the water. You see what I'm saying? So like you know, you know, virtually. But yeah, that's meaning of that scripture is 1 minute everything can be cool. See the next thing, the Most High, you know, do whatever He sent upon you, through Yahawashi, fuck you up.
Right. Yeah, the Lord, what can I say?
No.
Like the Lord, and the scriptures tell you how the Lord said He will not leave us altogether unpunished. We getting chastised. The scripture said that you might not be chastised with the world. You know, you slam your finger in the door or something. Now we understand that that's the judgment of the Lord. Right? The Lord controls everything, bro. Your faith lies in His hand. Yeah, come on.
This is St. John chapter 15 verse 5. I am the vine, ye are the branches. He that abideth in me.
So he said the vine, so he's the lifeline. We are the extension of Yahawashi. He is the lifeline. He's the source. You got it, huh?
It says, and I and him, the same bringeth forth much
Read
fruit.
that again, bro.
It says, I am the vine, ye are the branches. He that abideth in me, and I in him, the same bringeth forth much fruit.
So we abide in the Lord is really abiding in the truth. Guys, it's in us. It's in us. Just in the word. Yahawashi is in us now.
It says, for without me, ye can do nothing.
The scripture said he that borrowed his own spirit.
Yeah.
It's all Yahawashi. Everything.
See what I'm talking about? See, man, hey, that's heavy right there.
Yeah, that's a level, man, that you have to really come to grips with. You know, on some level, you got to understand that this is about Yahawashi. It's Yahawashi that controls this, man. That's why He's the hand of the Heavenly Father.
This is
Hey, that's why Yahawashi made that heavy statement in Proverbs the 8th chapter. All that hated me love to death. That's the coldest saying ever, man.
This is Philippians chapter 4 verse 13. It says, I can do all things through Yahawashi, which strengthens me.
Right, which strengthens me. That gives you your power. Let's say like if you have a chest piece. It can't move unless it's strengthened. When it moves, you know, it's a power giving it its strength to move. So we out here, to be honest with you, we out here because of Yahawashi. You know, you consider, because we the hand of Yahawashi, right? We Yahawashi hand, you know? So your mind, right, it tells your hand, you know, if you pick up a cup, that manifestation of picking up that cup is the results of you picking it. So Yahawashi will was for us to be out here on the highways and byways. And we can't do nothing but be out here on the highways and byways. Right? It just is what it is. Now, there's a scoffer out there somewhere. He gotta be there. Alright? You got the believers, the non-believers, you got the wicked, the bad guy, you got the damsel in distress, you got the supporting cast. It is all based upon the author and finisher of our faith.
This is 1 Peter chapter 2 and verse 5. It says, ye also, as lively stones, are built up a spiritual house.
Right, that's that upright and hard. Alright, that spiritual house that's been built off the blood is an inward thing. This is a meeting of the mind. Because ain't nobody up there because they just cool. There's brothers that's cool, but we found out they was cool because of Yahawashi. They came in through the word. Then later on we find out, right? Hey, you have to be built a certain way. You have to be wired and designed in such a way to even sit in on the council of Yahawashi. You know? There's people riding by, man, and, you know, first thing on them, like, you know, they got the heat on. They ain't gonna be out here. And what Yahawashi said, where I am, my servant will be there also. So that goes into, if not physically, you know, brothers stand on the other side of the camera, and to those of you who listening by way of the World Wide Web.
It says a holy priesthood to offer up spiritual sacrifices, and these are these spiritual sacrifices that we're offering up. That were holy, you know, set apart, you know. It says acceptable to the Most High by Yahawashi HaMashiach. So again, it's through Yahawashi HaMashiach that we're able to present this gospel to you, man. You know, give you the warning. All right, us being erected, us being made alive, quick, animated. You know. It says, wherefore also it is contained in the scripture. Behold, I lay in Zion a chief cornerstone, elect, precious, and he that believeth on him shall not be confounded.
That elect cornerstone, that's Yahawashi, man. All right? And he who believes on him, which translates to now, in this lifetime, here, bro. Huh? All right now. Which translates in this lifetime to being this doctrine. And who all believe on it will not be confounded. All right, we're not going to be confounded when the power go out. There's going to be that resistance that the scripture speaks of. Remember, Acts the 14th chapter, through much tribulation we shall enter into the kingdom. But we're not going to be confounded. It's not as if we're going to be under the spirit of perfection, right? The confusion. No, we're going to know what the hell going on. Why? Because we believe in the chief cornerstone, the Yahawashi, his testimony. Go ahead.
It says, unto you therefore, which believe, he is precious.
Read that again.
It says, unto you therefore, which believe, he is precious.
Right. Yahawashi is precious unto us. Which translates to this truth. This is precious to us. All right. Which is Yahawashi. Remember the scriptures say, blessed are they who have not seen me with bodily eyes, yet they believe in the things which I say. Go ahead.
But unto them which be disobedient,
right, those who are disobedient, go ahead.
The stone which the builders disallowed, the same is made the head of the corner. It says, woo.
The head of the corner, man. Go ahead.
And a stone of stumbling.
Right, and a stone of stumbling. So the Lord has proven to be a stumbling block today. And that's going to be the very thing that's going to contribute to that demise. Right? Scripture tell you that this is you went into it. It's by way of the word you're cleansed. And you got to understand what power we deal with. We deal with sacrifices, man. Your sacrifice has to be acceptable. So the Lord is making our sacrifice acceptable. You understand? Be able to stand in the presence of His only begotten Son. But for the disobedient, no, you're going to be rejected, man. And that rejection is going to be on display when you check your answer. All right? Shit ain't lining up. How about? Then you're going to see the rejection. You see that? Go ahead, huh?
It says, and a rock of offense.
Right, this thing is offensive, and we went into that earlier. Right. You know, for the Lord to have us turn up or go in a certain direction just in time, precisely, when a nigga come in and listen. The Lord didn't want him to get it. That's that stone of stuff and that rock of offense. All right? Oh, and that compliment, that's actually scriptures echoing Isaiah the 8th chapter. Right? Where he will be as the sanctuary for the rock of offense and the inhabitants of
It says, it's like that. Even to them which stumble at the word.
Woo! To those that stumble at the word. That's equivalent to stumbling at Yahawashi, man. All right? When we break the scriptures down, we present the scriptures, and you have a problem with it, you become offensive. All right? You go on a campaign, a smear campaign. All right? You call us racists. You know? That's even stumbling at the word, man. You stumbling at Yahawashi. Get that, man. Come on.
It says, being disobedient, whereto also they were appointed.
Right. Read that again.
It says, being disobedient, whereunto also they were appointed.
Ooh, they were appointed, man. Meaning that's your lot. All right? You was meant to occupy the office of being a stop, but in turn, the Lord don't be justified in destroying you, man. Hey, that's why we got to thank the Lord for not being offended. We heard the word, it was precious to us. You know, as far as it was, we were getting cussed out. I know we got cussed. When I first came here, I was getting cussed out through the spirit. You know, the apostles, elders, you know, you coming out the world, you getting cut. But I know it was precious. I loved it. I ain't said this whole man. No, niggas too, man. No, it was being cleansed from the pollutions of the world, man. All right, that was that instructions of a father that you read about probably in the first chapter. We written in that moment. You know, we can actually say that our life applied to that because we heard the word and we received it as instructions. We said, you know what? No, we can't. I can't do that no more. I can't do this no more. I was instructed. Versus those who are disobedient, right, to the instructions of Yahawashi, that assures your death. When you read Jeremiah the 15th chapter, it goes into the different ways the Lord prepared death. All right, come on, you got something? Well, did y'all hear about the story of that's the spirit, man? It's going right around. It's going right around. I'm just going to speak about that. You see the chariot, right? Two bras fell in the man. Died. I was just talking about it. Yeah, you see that, right? Hey man, come on, man. Can't make it up, bro. But yeah, it was two sisters. They were walking and shit, oblivious. Oh! Right at the manhole. If they was only would have heard that, you know, we probably would have been so good. But they fell, they plunged to their death, man. You know? And when we hear those reports, we know truly there's a God. What the scripture says? We are a God that judges in the earth. And that kills that bullshit of having your own free will. Because if you had your own free will, I pose you this. Well, don't die tomorrow. You know what I mean? You got your own free will. Don't die. Alright? Come on, you got something?
I got one more word. It says, but ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood.
Right, and that chosen generation is not talking about Israel as a whole. Ultimately, we're going to be a people in the sight of the Lord that's going to be accepted entirely. But when you read the scriptures in the, the details, if you will, there's a process to that, man. Right now, the 2/3 is looked at as a whole other nation, man, in the sight of Yahawashi. All right, what's that? What's that? Is that Isaiah? All sinful nation.
The first chapter.
Isaiah the first chapter, right? And with your boy Charleston White, he said he came back and said, "We not Israelites. We're a nation of niggas." He said it, and he said we're a seed What scripture say? They are a simple nation and a seed of evildoers. So he served as a spokesman for the 2/3. So this chosen generation they talk about Charleston White, man. Or just some random niggas. You know, that royal priesthood and that chosen generation is beginning with the elect. That's why the word chosen. Matter of fact, let's click on that word chosen. Let's see what it gives you right there. Because they took, y'all notice, they start taking that, they start messing with that word chosen. And elect. We spent 72 hours, man, looking for something, man. Remember that? It was just out the scripture, man. Go ahead.
That word chosen, Strong's G 1588, Eclectos, it says,
Yeah.
picked out.
Right, picked out. So this generation here, those spirits who scripture speak about is those who picked out from a book. Matter of fact,
It says, chosen by the Most High.
chosen by the Most High. We mentioned that briefly. Those who called out of darkness. That's being picked out. Jeremiah, 3rd chapter, I was picked one from a
It says, to obtain salvation.
right, so that spirit was picked out to obtain Yahawashi. That's right, but the Lord chose the heaven, the Most High, chose to his they was picked out, saved by the Spirit, you know. That young virgin, that young poor virgin, she was overlooked. You had to whore all these different nations. You had to whore all those things. But the Lord told that poor little virgin to marry the king.
It's the book of 1 Thessalonians 5:9. For the Most High have not appointed us to wrath, but to obtain salvation by our Lord Yahawah. So it says it's spirits on the planet Earth that's appointed to the salvation of Yahawah, which is the elect. But it says the Lord has not appointed us to wrath, so that shows you there are
Sorry.
Y'all good? You good, bro?
Have a good night.
there's some that's appointed to salvation, and there's some that's appointed to wrath.
Yeah, that's good. God said we have not been appointed to wrath. That's scary too. That proves that there's a power that dictates the coming and going of men. Hey, like the story I was telling about the two brothers selling the manhole. They was appointed to that. From from long time. You know. That's scary. They can all those birthdays. They didn't know that they should, you know. They went through all that shit like that. You know, at a restaurant, motherfuckers come in and saying happy birthday to those moments only to fall in the manhole. And that was all sanctioned by these great powers, man. Right? Yahawashi.
Back to that word chosen, it says choice, select, i.e. the best of his kind.
Right, the best of his kind. Just touching those on this time. Hey, because when you consider the nations as a whole, right, there's a chosen nation. Right? But within that chosen, there's a chosen. So the best of this kind is the believers of Yahawashi.
Galatians 6 and 16.
Right? That's good. I mentioned that earlier.
Oh, for real?
Yes, yeah. Because the 2/3 is another nation, man. We had nothing to do with them. We look at you niggas like the other nations look at you. I was up at the spot up here, right? And there was some niggas in like a Crown Vic Club, man. Well, I'm up there with Peter Mikes and Elon and all that shit. We always looking at the motherfuckers like, man, real talk. I think that. Everybody looking at this fucking nigga. I was like looking at you like, man, fucking niggas, man. Hey, real talk. That was letting me know that was an eye-opening moment. Like, yeah, we're not up there, man. We're simple, man. That's another nation, man. You know?
So you cast somebody as a heathen, man.
That's a heathen, man.
You said a nation of niggas. That's that nation.
That's it. None, you know?
it says, the best of its kind, or class, excellent,
Right. It's excellent.
preeminent, applied.
Right. Did you look at that word? Let's try to get into this.
Because that word preeminent, it says surpassing all
Yeah, this is a
others.
100 house. Yeah. Like you just said, motherfuckers. Glad that you be out around these motherfuckers. What else?
That word preeminent, it says surpassing all others.
Right. Whoa. Surpassing all others. That goes to the excellency of the elect. Right? Because that was predestined. And it's heavy how the Lord did it. Because again, for the most part, everybody outside of this circle for that fact, they operate in the flesh. So they're gonna view us as just regular Joe, you know. They're not gonna consider us as being excellent. But see, our excellency goes back to the foundation of the world, man. Yep, but you know what, you can place them on there. No, just put them back up on there. Okay. Yeah. No, you put them back. Yeah, put them on there.
It says very distinguished in some way.
Right, very distinguished. So we're distinguished in some way, you know, in the sight of the Lord, man. See that? The Lord told us we have to walk this walk. All right, we have to go through the emotions of acting it out. And we're friends of hope because we understand the sense of urgency, right, that comes with being amongst that number. That's why we desire to be a part of that number. But just think about it. The scriptures also say the Lord will give you a heart. So it ain't gonna be a nigga to get delivered and he just desire that.
Right. That's what it says.
A nigga was desiring chucking away bullshit. Uncle Ruckus. And then he see Yahawashi. He's like, oh! No, man. Go ahead.
That said, your heart's desire, right? That go back to what we were saying. Heart's desire.
Right, the inner man.
You know what I'm saying? Woo! So, I mean, how can you desire anything clean if your heart ain't clean? You know what I'm saying?
That's bad, bro. Man, that's the Lord, man, comforting us. That's what we comforted to the head, just get that off the face. Go ahead, huh?
No, that's it. I mean, hey, you gotta be clean. The scriptures say that we're not entering into what? Malicious. So,
Unto the pure all
not
men.
nobody. Yeah. To the pure all things. You know what I'm saying?
So, you got a malicious soul, your mind is blotted. You're not going to desire this anyway. You're going to be desiring America. Even if you're an Israelite, you're going to desire a building.
Real talk.
You know some shit.
That's it.
Go ahead. For the congregation, man.
Yeah, real talk. Real talk.
No, we desire, to be caught up with the house.
And what you always be like, man, what you always be like, man, hey, man, niggas going fun.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. You want the whole lot.
Yeah.
The whole loaf.
Yeah.
And the scriptures, we not wrong for that. The scriptures say one of the things that contributed to our shortcomings is we desire the crumbs from the table. That's goddamn our people. Niggas say, man, all I need is a meal. Man, fuck a million, man. Give me Yahawashi. All right, just give me Yahawashi. I ain't gonna want all of it. Give me Yahawashi. And with that comes everything.
You gonna get the niggas to face.
Yeah. That's it, bro. Hey, bro. Hey, that couldn't be said any better, man. We gonna get the guy that serves as a symbol of leadership. And that's gonna come by way of your house time. And you know what? Your desire got to be with that too. You can't desire. Remember the guy, the Rawchaa? He desired. He just desired one woman, one mansion. You going against the will of Yahawashi, man. All right. So if you desire, for example, man, I just want to be all right here in this world, man, and everybody come together. So-called white man, just stop making cook, man. That shit ain't in the will of the Lord, man. All right? The Lord is going to destroy this man, and we're going to be ruling. You got to desire that. Go ahead.
This is Colossians 3:12. It says, put on therefore as the elect of the Most High.
That's it. That goes back to what we were just talking about, man. Your heart's desire. It says, put on as the elect. You wouldn't do that if it wasn't your heart's desire. Matter of fact, you wouldn't do that if it wasn't coming from within. Anything pure, like you all day. Just like they let us off the spot, which is good. To the pure, all things are pure. So that's put on as the elect. Who the only one's gonna do that right now? Who the only one's gonna be doing what they're doing?
If I may, like I said, they put on, that's that putting on the immortal clothing.
Right.
Putting on the mortal clothing, putting on the immortal, beginning with the thought process. You know?
Oh, well, that goes into, matter of fact, let's go back to Matthew the 23rd chapter.
God, yeah.
Because before the outward man, before you can get the new body, there's a process. All right? You have to put on immortality inwardly. In which when you read Ecclesiastes, the 19th chapter, it tells you how this is the doctrine of life and the fruit of the tree of immortality. So in other words, subscribing to this doctrine breeds immortality, man. Right? If you can receive that. Come on.
Matthew 23 and 25.
And like you find like deer droppings and shit, like some deer near.
Oh yeah. Nigga alert, man. Smell a black and mild. When you see a trailer, back down, fried.
Like Matthew 23.
That's like dropping. Oh, I gotta get out of this thing. That's what they go crushing. Yeah, you see a finger on the bottom, 20 ounce, like a round, like a liter.
23 ounces.
Yeah, this thing got odd ounces and shit. You get a 27 ounce.
Matthew 23 and 25, it says, "Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye make clean the outside of the cup and of the platter, but within are full of extortion and excess." Verse 26. That which is within says that the outside.
Read that again.
It says, Matthew 23 and 26, thou blind Pharisee, cleanse first that which is within the cup.
Right,
platter.
we read the scriptures on how you cleanse the inner cup, the inner mind, right? With the water. You got a cup, you got to run the water there and clean it out, man. So the inner man is cleansed, right? Go ahead. We'll see what that leads to.
That the outside of them may be clean.
Then
also.
the outside will eventually be clean, and that ultimately goes into the new body, because the outside is the flesh, the heavenly body. So first, chronologically, the inner part has to be clean before the outward can be clean. And because the Lord was talking way over their head, he was talking to them, but again, they had a prophetic overtone to it as well. All right, because we know that the Pharisees, they was boasting in the law. And actually, when you read like the 23rd verse in that same chapter, it goes into how they omit the weightier matters of the law. So the Lord was telling them, look, in order for you to be cleansed, you have to have your mind cleansed. The inner man has to be cleansed. And that only was going to be accomplished in this lifetime when you really going through it. Because they were going to receive new bodies back then. That was the time of the marriage. The time of the marriage, the scriptures say in the wife, Revelation in 19th chapter, and the bride have made herself ready. That's that cup being cleaned on the outside. And we're going through the process of that by way of being involved in this council. Go ahead,
Verse 27 says,
just sprawled out. And that's what the Lord is doing. Dead bodies, man. You haven't been quickened, right? You don't have that mark of exemption. You know, the guys are actually saying, and it's like a confident saying that really comes from someone who has some type of power or mastery. They might say, dead, man. You know, you already dead. You know, because they know your fate. They know I got you, man. You dead, man. That's what the Lord pretty much, your whole sector centers around being destroyed. Everybody outside of the circle. You can't look at nobody outside of the circle. You can't say, maybe he can find another way. Yahawashi rejected him, but he'll be all right. You know, he's going to stick to the structure. Everybody. No, man. You already good as dead. You already know what you're doing.
Well, it says, and of all uncleanness, verse 28, even so are ye which outwardly appear righteous unto men, but within are Salakia, but within are ye are full of hypocrisy and iniquity.
Right, hey, because when you think about Great Millstone, we don't be righteous to them outwardly. Outwardly, they call us rapists. We the worst group. All right? You know, we're only accepted by fellow believers. But to the world, what's the perspective of us? Yeah. You know, we the storm speaks about that being obscure, yeah. Because that goes into the storm of the earth, man. But those of you who are celebrating, and it don't have to revolve around what doctrine you, it's just a nigga with a foreign car, man, and, you know, somewhat static in this world. But really, they hypocrites, all right? The hypocrisy of everybody outside this circle is really off the charts, man. But you have a motherfucker who appear to act as if they, you know, stand for the people. But they really a bunch of hypocrites. Oh, that BLM bullshit. I hope that shows you, man. Them motherfuckers took all your money and they balling out like the BLM motherfuckers. They got summer houses. You don't do shit. It's so that you niggas, that's why I guess even you niggas so slow, they call them slow belly. You niggas so gullible and vulnerable to where even other niggas say, I might as well get you too, man. We ripped you out too. You ain't saying as much as a pickup basketball game or some shit with black guys down in your community. We ain't gave out no sandwiches and that.
Fun.
Yeah.
Fun.
Get it. And NBA nigga something come out, man. Go ahead.
This is Romans chapter 8 and verse 6. For to be carnally minded is death, woo, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace.
Right, and you see that mind, okay, two extremes is carnal and spiritual. Mind goes to the thing, the inner man, right? That's what's on display, the reasons of men. Because we don't know guys personally, like, you know, we might do a video, we might feature a person, like you did the video for Brawl. You don't know them personally. They haven't did nothing per se, like take food off the table, jeopardize your life, anything that men might raise war behind. No, you came after them because of their reasoning. You see? That's why I said to be carnally minded. You see, that's why it's a saying in the world, true saying, a hard head make a soft ass. Your head, what is it? Oh, it's one. I think your mouth gonna lead you somewhere with your ass. Yeah. Go right there.
Ass can't catch.
Yeah.
That's real shit.
Yeah, that's real shit. And your mouth is close to your mind. It's right there for a reason. Your mouth is the door to your mind. They go hand in hand. So you spew out things based upon your thoughts. But guess what? Your ass can't catch that trick. When that famine hit, a lot of doctors don't die in that moment.
You
got it up.
Tell you I think that's in our pipe with the mouth. You spit on the fire.
Inflame it. Yeah, that's it, bro. Woo!
I got some funny stuff. This is the book of St. Matthew 12 and verse 35. I thought it was
Hey, yeah, can I say that? Like, you get caught in the wrong and you talking shit, you know? That's right. Kick in the door, you like, we just do it, man, you know? This is crazy shit, man. When you should be like, you should be waving in the Edomite voice, you know? Because that's like a proud, you know, just do it, man. You gonna fucking do it, Jim? Yeah, do it. You gonna take the one for y'all, man. So I was saying though, your words can prove to be fatal in that moment. You can put out the fire, you can squash it, or you can inflame it, man. So here it is, the 2/3 already been going on, forsaking their power. Man, when they could have just shut the fuck up, they taking it upon themselves to talk shit to their platform. That's inflaming Yahawashi. I sent you a letter, hey man, I need my bread. And you like, man, fuck you, man. You inflaming the situation. And they show you on that, I don't know if y'all ever saw it, Bob, with this guy, they had Lucky Luciano and all them in there. Right, I believe, I don't know what this guy, man, he slipped my mind. The main guy who played Lucky Luciano, Charlie. Well, he was young, and his father, he owed it the boss of the neighborhood, you know, like John. And so he was young, he remembered, he was sitting at the table, and the boss sent the dude to say, hey, I need my bread, you know? And he didn't know the boss was coming up behind him, he started talking shit like, man, fuck, you know, tell that, you know, and the guy walked in the room, man, and but what he did drop and kiss his ring and shit, man. But that was an example of, you know, either putting out the flame.
Right.
See, we just kissed the sun. When we heard when the boss said, look, we dropped down and we kissed the sun. Yeah, conditions of peace. We waved the white flag. But a nigga, right, a Charleston white that come out and talk shit, he inflaming the rage of the Yahawashi. Oh, yeah,
They were sitting there, the dude collect, he was still there talking shit.
Right.
That's the nigga, man.
Yeah, I think the one that rolled his head up in the window. When he came, yeah, you can either, and you know what? We passed the point of working it out, man. All right, the Lord is going to seal his elect, then he's going to bring the destruction. That's in Revelation, the 7th chapter. Good,
God, this is the book of St. Matthew 12. I started at 34. Oh, generation of vipers. How can ye, being evil?
Oh yeah, you see that? The two, on the one hand, the scripture spoke about the chosen generation. Then you have the 2/3. That's that generation of vipers. All right, and that generation goes into the idea of being generated. Keep coming back. You're the same niggas that was getting chased down and lynched. And you felt some type of way about it, but now you see them in their natural habitat now with a 40 cal, and you say, yeah, man, you know, and that's the Lord showing you, see, I was justified. But now, you know what? They're going to only revolt more and more, right? That's what the scripture says. So I'm going to just put them down all together this time.
About me, I'm going that Jeremiah 15 chapter of Moses and Samuel still before the because they know Moses and Samuel will change their act. But it said they in trouble when they say Samuel.
Right.
Now they don't know who Samuel. They don't know who Moses is, the prophets of the day.
Right.
So I'm saying we see these niggas in their natural hair. We seeing niggas behind the scenes, so to speak.
Right, that's it. Because they ain't gonna have no clothes for they sin. You know what I'm saying? Hey, like you said, you don't know. So by default, you disrespect this man. You know, that show who you are. That show what seed you come from.
Because that's a righteous man.
You know,
Exactly. Why are you coming up against
Exactly.
him?
Exactly.
And even the scriptures tell you, you know, Ezekiel, he say, look and see what they doing.
Oh yeah.
Look see what they doing on Sunday. You see them and people. Yeah, that's us really now, man. In the spirit, like which represents all the prophets. We get a chance to see these niggas with the leash off and how they really act, man. In their willingness to go after every God, all right, and to commit to everything outside the Yahawashi. And to go further, when they presented with the Lord, they rejected. So that's why part of the doctrine is family. That's why the doctrine comes with evil, destruction, you know, the complexity that the Lord prepared. Complexity. And the Lord has prepared a time of confusion. Nobody gonna have the answer. They're gonna cry for one. They're gonna cry out for answers. Good.
Say back to 12:34. Oh, generation of vipers, how can ye, being evil, speak good things? For out of the abundance of the heart.
Right, yeah, that's why when you give a nigga a platform, they don't speak good things. All right? And what's the good thing? What's that? Let's get that real quick. What's the good thing? How are the good things manifest? Is it through a damn campaign or a protest or a panel of niggas trying to come together, you know, better the community, empower another nigga? Like that, motherfuckers, you know, celebrate takeoff. That's empowering a nigga, man. All they ever rap about was popping you woman. And the Lord got him, man. That was a dishonorable death. He was sprawled out for everybody to see, man. The Lord got that little nigga. And he looked like a damn nigga. He looked like Christopher Walken. Like he said, right, he looked a damn demon, man. You know, like he was into some weird, like demons on him and shit. The Lord laid him out, man. Hit him up. Hit him twice in the head. But that's what Jake called good. You know, a nigga promote adultery. A nigga promote murder. Right? So that's what they might call good. But let's find out what's good in the sight of the Lord. Right?
This is Proverbs chapter 4 and verse 1. Hear ye, children, the instruction of a father, and attend to no understanding.
Right. The soundness of the scriptures were presented properly. Right? Yeah.
For I give you good doctrine.
Read that again.
For I give you good doctrine.
For I give you good doctrine, man. So that good thing that's being spoken here in this lifetime is the doctrine. Read that again.
It says, for I give you good doctrine, forsake ye not my law.
See? And that law that's dealing with this book of this time. Because when we tell you, for an example, the problem is looming and it's going to prove to be fatal if you take it. And if you go ahead and take it, you just took the law of Yahawashi.
Fine. Same as 12:34. Oh, generation of vipers, how can ye, being evil, speak good things?
Right, so how can you speak good things? You know, no matter how really your presentation, like Charles White, you know, he might dumb it down and make it bad. But the scripture ought to tell you the Lord knows about that. Just called the first chapter. God said, I will laugh at your calamity. No? Oh. See what I'm saying? Yeah? See that? So how can you speak good things, man? Interview, man. I know I'm just throwing a couple names out there, but a nigga who subscribed to Islam, all right? Or some guy who's committed to a business career. He's trying to get his business off the ground. And his whole universe revolves around that. How can he speak good things? How can he expound on the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven? Or speak concerning the world to come, man, and the redemption of Israel? Niggas ain't speaking about that. And even if they talking about it now in these different talking heads, you know, different circles, at these different water coolers on the job because of Kyrie or something, they not really going into the in-depthness of what's at stake here either, man. Niggas just talking just to stir up things. Here it is, you got enough attention being a rapper or a basketball player, but now you want to get a little of this. But we understand it goes back to how about outside anyway. Lord said all that. Yeah, this is anyway. And then, like the nigga found, like, that's a scene off goddamn Halloween, man. Nigga turned his headlights on and he tried to see it. And then Jason, He got like an Air Force uniform.
It says, for out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. A good man, out of the good treasure of the heart. Woo!
And that good man, that goes into a good inner man. You don't prove that when you read the parable about the seed?
Right.
About the good ground. That good ground is your mind. So this good man here is going to be considered good inwardly. All right? So in your mind, according to your good mind, you're going to speak good things. And those good things, brace yourself, it might come out in cuss words, as Martin people say, man. It might come out harsh. It might cuss you out. But those good things, well,
It says, a good man out of
yeah,
the good
because a Christian will get that. Why you speak out? They're getting they'll get that precept in country. Why are you talking about slavery? Why are you talking about good things? Well, these are good things. When we speak about all hell breaking loose, we speak about the plagues, the judgments of Yahawashi, those are good things.
God. It says, a good man out of
I remember that Twilight Zone, the little kid, he could read your mind.
Oh, yeah.
And everybody was like, said good. And you saw that one, man? Oh, man, that's a classic.
I seen that one.
I could have sworn you saw that one. The little kid, he could read everybody's mind. And
I probably have, but I just don't remember.
Yeah, and the whole town was scared of him. Because he was cold. Like, he could read your mind, and he was like a little asshole, If you make him mad, man, he can do anything, and he'll turn you to a goddamn kid and cans and shit. But he had this the cornfield.
the cornfield.
Yeah, he'll banish you to the cornfield.
It's too hot outside.
Yeah. If he say something like, it's a nice day, if you disagree with him, and most of the people in the native, if you was smart, you would say, you said a good thing. Hey, you gotta watch that today. It's bad, man. And that's how Yahawashi is, man. When you really think about it, you better agree.
It sounded familiar now.
That was what he said. The Lord said, he got that with me. Hey, you gotta agree with the Lord. And that's a bad choice, though, because there was the one guy, the milk guy, coming in the middle of the milk. And the little boy says, he said, good thing, he said. Good thing. Good thing. I'm gonna try to find something to eat. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm thinking you're going to say it.
Yeah, he's like a little oatmeal. Yeah, bad, bro. But that just gives you like a glimpse of, these are good things. You better not say the destruction of bad things. Hey, but that Twilight Zone, right? That's just, yeah. We under the fear of Yahawashi. The Lord said it, and it's a good thing. Your mama gonna die, that's a good thing. We don't give a fuck how mad you get at us. Your children gonna die to family, that's a good thing to the Lord. It is good to us.
What about that though? The scripture say you gonna know, they gonna know him like we know him.
Yeah. Woo! He shall rejoice in his judgment. Hey, remember those virgins? They cried out, David have slain his temple tower. They were rejoicing in the judgments. That's how we are. We heard about, for example, the Brittany. When I heard when they said she went to the name of it, I was like, yo, that was a good thing.
It says, a good man, out of the good treasure of the heart, bring forth good things.
Right. See, the treasure of the heart, man. The treasure is where, like, You don't supposed to let everybody know your thoughts for each other. So we're channeling the thoughts of the Lord, right? But let's say if you're around everybody, you don't just welcome them to every thought. That's why it's your treasure. That's your stash. But see, out of our stash is good things. You know? Go ahead.
And an evil man out of the evil treasure bringeth forth evil things.
Right, that's how we know you're evil. And because the gift is so hard, nigga come up here and give us a big donation, then say, yeah, man, but that chip ain't right. We're going to say, you evil, man. We're going to say, you an evil, wicked nigga. Right? It's not based on it's not based on niggas come up and give us, you know, hot cocoa. I mean, you know, somebody come and do a good work.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Like we said earlier, like you just said, truth ain't gonna win. You judge a person if accordingly to if they can receive this truth, man. Fuck all this, like you said, a big anti-manic, you know what I'm saying, a pie. You know what I'm saying? Put the whole, you see, you throw your coat over the mud for the whole
right. Walk them up across the street.
Walk them over across. Oh, that's a good dude. That's the first thing.
No. If what come out of your mouth is not in harmony with what you say, then you're evil. Wicked. All right? Go ahead.
But I say unto you that every other word that man shall speak.
See, and that's heavy, man, because this is the platform that the Lord, see, this is sacrifices up here. These channels, all right, hey, any of them YouTube channels, Charleston White shit, that's an altar, man. Because that's what your sacrifice is at. You making your sacrifice right there. All right? And when you spew out that madness, then now you're going to be held accountable. Hey, because these guys, right, and we're going into that. He's serving as a spokesman for Israel, right? He's serving. Well, he condemned himself. You know, it was a testament against his own word, because he was pretty much saying he would prove that he followed. I mean, he healed. Yeah, I've heard the teaching. He's like, yeah, man, I ain't under no curse. What I got to accept curse for? That proves that you heard us. You heard the message. Yeah. But see, that's heavy. See, the Lord built him up to get a lot of attention just to speak up against us. Yeah, he a spokesman. You see that? The Lord built that nigga up just to be the channel the 2/3 energy. He's channeling the 2/3 energy. The Lord built him up as a contender. Yeah, everybody want to hear. You know, you going through some shorts. You see that nigga, you listen, you know, this crazy. Yeah, because the Lord ain't gonna go and interview every nigga, man. We'll be here forever. The Lord will wait on every nigga to say something. That's why Yahawashi simplified. Hey, if you where I'm at, you will be with me. So you niggas, you know about this thing. You know about this thing. So why aren't you here? Control signs already.
That's it. I don't care how conscious you seem to be, you know how niggas, you know what I'm saying, in this world, you know what I'm saying, think they on a level, you know, saying little things about this, about that, you know, making little comments.
Nigga financial
savvy. Yeah, shit like that. What the scripture said is wisdom in this world is foolishness unto the Most High, man.
Right. Where's gonna lead?
Right.
Out of all that in-depth, you know, you break it down, get my credit score right up there. Yeah. Man, you don't die, man. That's foolishness. That's foolishness. When we know that your faith, we know your faith. What did you know?
It says, but I say unto you, that every idle word that men shall speak, they shall give account thereof in the day of judgment.
Yeah, and that's in the form of comments that's left on the comment board, or somebody just uttering any little thing out of their mouth, or you just coming up against us and just speaking against us, man, or even thinking against us in your house shop, man. You're going to be given account. You got to be held accountable for that. against that word is through your word. Your presentation serves as a adverse energy, if you will, to the word.
Hey, real quick, that lets you know what your inner man is about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's spirit.
That's it.
That's your word.
Out of the contradiction.
Exactly.
Hey, because if you can't play it off, somebody step on your feet, the first reaction is, you know, you can't take that back. You can't take that back. That's you, man. What's that hit dog bar? Right, so the word come out of your instant reaction is, man, yeah, white people ain't the only somebody did something.
Remember that boy walked up? Man, I don't know what y'all talking about. I said, all the
that
white
nigga, man.
them white folk help me.
He was a nigga the whole time. He probably dead. Because he was in the cut, watching, looking at the sign. He let us get all the precepts down.
Drop the mic.
And the nigga spit. Well, all the white people I know ain't did that. The nigga had just got a $25 gift card, Logan. That's the steak out from his dog.
Oh, man.
Niggas, man.
A holiday
Niggas
bonus.
are falling, you know. And that's all it took. Out of all the generations of the Edomite finish foot in your ass, right? All it took was a nigga to clear you, give you a job, right? Sign off on you. At Christmas time, give you a
holiday bonus. You might even give him a holiday bonus. You know what I mean? Man, boss, all right.
He did more, boss did more than me.
It says, for by thy words thou shalt be justified, and by thy words thou shalt be condemned. So just going back, that's how the inner man is going to put out. That's how the inner man is put on display by your reasoning, man, by what you say. So when a nigga come out with madness, nigga might have some good talking points. Then he throw in Esau and Jacob. You can't deal with that nigga, man. You know, you can't deal with a choice like you talk about those unreasonable men. That's why scripture says, let them be filthy still, man.
Right.
Just going back to the point earlier, he dead.
Yeah,
He dead by the way of his thoughts. You know?
Hey, going back to what that Jeremiah, the general plan. Jeremiah 2nd chapter. All right. It say, matter of fact,
hey, that while you looking at that goes into like your sacrificing something with a broke leg, going to the, you are not whole. You know, in the spirit, now broken up, blind, we sacrifice a blind lamb to the Lord. So how we gonna look? We're not here to try to convince Austin White or any of these guys. We only here for the elect's sake. Because like the brother said, these are wicked and unreasonable men. Right. You can't deal. We're not gonna sit a nigga down. Hey, because his whole argument pretty much when he tried to tie it all together make sense was none of the niggas, he went around 2,000 years ago. He was doing that, but see, it'll require us to go into reincarnation. You see what I'm saying? I ain't go through that. Go through that with this nigga. That lets you know the missing link. Like when I saw it, I said, you know what? If I had to convince the little nigga, it'll require me to break down reincarnation. Because he was saying, no, we went down 2,000 years ago. So you know what? Then you look at it like, you see you remodeling the house or something. You say, I can't keep that. I'm gonna just have to uproot that whole little thing and just put something else right there. I can't deal with that. That's too much. We're gonna deal with him, man. Break down reincarnation. Now we see that, and then we break down reincarnation and start the way. Yeah, he's gonna turn right and ring you. He's gonna turn and attack you and ring you. This next video, rebuttal video, you're gonna be talking shit. Yeah. That's it. You heard it too.
Jeremiah 2:21. Yet I have planted thee a noble vine. Holy,
Go ahead, keep going.
holy a right seed. How then
know, like you were saying earlier, just taking the physical and washing it. Go ahead.
Yet thine iniquity is marked before thee.
Yet thine iniquity is marked before me, so you can't get right. See what I'm saying? You already really don't even matter. Like you said, going like what you said. Why? Because hey, that's what they're marked for. Like you said, you got the mark of redemption. So that, you know, like you said, we're gonna have some fault in this flesh. But in their mouth is not no God, but he can be, oh, he good as gold. But that's the one that's wicked right there. Why? Because you reject his truth, man. Right? That's why he said, yet your iniquities are marked before me. Even though you clean on the outside to the world, but yet your iniquity is marked before me. Meaning you can't get right before my eyes, meaning what you did with me. You know what I'm saying?
It's like the Lord remember that, you know what I mean?
And that's what, yeah, exactly.
So like you take notes.
Hey, real quick. Okay, so like real quick, that's the difference between Isaiah 14 chapter, man. You know? These right here was ones that most times winked at their they sin. Why? Because they was given to Yahawashi. You know what I'm saying? They sin too. What it says, coming in the world. You know what I'm saying? That when they go through the world for us, the same with the sin. But the difference between us, so when we're part of that number, to the Israel of the Most High, man. Why? Because we're doing what the Israel of the Most High can do. You know? So, go ahead.
Hey, so with that, I'm gonna give all praise, honor, and glory.
To Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, Rawchaa Qadash.
That was honest to our teachers, the head apostles, the elders, great millstone. Tell the ones from the labors out there. It's always believe. This time for the one.
Salawah, DTA, Abab, soon.
Very soon.